I started Metaphysical Me because about 9 or 10 years ago, I had a really weird encounter of an experience that I'll never forget. It is still in my mind like it was just yesterday. That's what's creepy about it. It's one of my most profound memories, I think, in my life so far. It's kind of weird. Now, about 9 or 10 years ago, I was in this town called Branson, Missouri. It's an entertainment town, a little bitty entertainment town, but it's super awesome. Now, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock maybe in the morning. It's an entertainment night in Branson. I'm not on any drugs or drinking or anything like that. I'm only 18 or 19, maybe max at this time. Now, I'm with a group of people, and we're just kind of like started at the top of the strip. We have vehicles and stuff, but we decided to take a walk or stroll, and it kind of took a couple hours because we're kind of just like looking around souvenirs, spots like that. So it's late at this point, that actual bar restaurant that we were at was closing, so we're kind of leaving, at this point. So we're walking down the strip of Branson. There's 2 different strips to that one main strip. We're down on the IMAX side where there's a whole bunch of lodging. We're at the very end of the strip. Like, I don't know what we were thinking walking anyways, because it was a horrible walk back because it was all downhill. Now, with that being said, I'm kind of like gazing up into this, the sky because it's kind of quiet. There's nobody out that I've seen. I haven't seen nobody, not a soul, and that's really weird for this, place. So I'm like, okay, it's kind of eerie anyways. I kind of got this weird kind of atmosphere, it seemed like all night. So I'm kind of walking, and I look up into the sky. And something caught my eye, so I was like, whoa. So I go looking back up, and I see these lights, like sporadic beaming lights, like in the sky, like shooting from like here. It would like beam, and then it would like sporadic jump over here in the sky. And I was like, whoa, that's really weird, because no satellites, no airplanes, nothing like that I know of can do that. So at this rate, I'm like tripping out. I'm like, everybody look up. Do you see what I'm seeing? Like, and I always see weird stuff in the sky. I don't know why. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I'm so fond over these things. Like, I'm trying not to fall over my own feet because, again, I'm going downhill, which made this walk a little bit more hard because I'm wanting to look up the whole time. Now, we're, like, rounding into the parking lot at this point to get into the room. My brother, his spouse, everybody that I know is back there at that room, waiting kind of for us to kind of be like, what's up, like, hang out. We're all young at this point. We're not losing any sleep, nothing like that. So I've never hallucinated anything in my life, and this is where it gets really creepy. Because if I was high or on drugs at the point or at that time, I could maybe dismiss what happened. But that's what's crazy, is it happened when I was not on anything. So I'm with, this person at the time, and they're kind of like, fucking around with me. They're like, oh, you're just seeing stuff in the sky. Like, they're super into stuff like I'm into. But of course, they don't believe into things like I do. Baby, I'm a little gullible when it comes to things. But at this rate, I'm like looking up, and the worst thing of all the worst things could have happened. And this is really creepy. I had a big old brown owl fly right over my head, and it just goes straight, and my eyes just followed it forward as it goes right into this tree line of the woods. So the hotel we're at, or lodge kind of hotel, it's like at the end of the strip, barely any lights. There's like a patch of grass, like kind of in this area, and then there's the woods. And I stop right there where the pavement meets that grassy knoll, giving me plenty of space between the woods and me. And I'm like, I'm not going any further. Like, all my hairs were standing up. This was weird anyways. Again, there's nobody outside. It's just us. Like, it's weird. And what's strange is I'm like, looking into the woods, trying to kind of adjust my eyes to seeing stuff. And this person that I'm with keeps making fun of me, and they stop, get quiet immediately. They're like looking up, and they kind of start to back up. So I'm like trying to follow where their head's like kind of looking, And I see in the back part of like where the front of the woods would be, like kind of, back a couple of feet, like a silhouette. It looked like a person. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, there's somebody there watching us. Like, oh my God, this is weird. Looking at the woods, you know what I mean? And I seen this thing step forward. And this is where it's scary. Like, and I'm talking about, I've never been so terrified in my life. Like, this is the scariest moment I've ever encountered in my whole life. And this thing stepped kind of forward, and I'm kind of like adjusting my eyes, trying to see where the head is, you know what I mean? I'm like looking up, proceeding to like follow this thing kind of moving forward, and it wasn't like it was stepping at this point because I could see the outline of it. It's like 9 or 10 feet tall. I seen a face and the silhouette of this thing, and I'm telling you right now, if you don't know fear, you will, because I thought the world was ending. I'm not even joking. Like, I was so terrified, and what's scarier is this person I'm with is seeing the same thing I am. So there's no way we're making this up, you know, at this point. And I'm terrified. I forget about my brother, his spouse, everybody in the room. I don't give a flying F about what's going on. Like, I lost everything in my head for a minute. Like, it scared me so bad. The only thing that went through my head was my mom. And I remember thinking, like, I hope she's okay. Like, I hope this isn't the end. Like, I hope these things are not, like, just terrifying. Like, and what I mean is I'll attach a picture of what I seen at the end of this video. You can tell me what you think it is or if you've seen anything like this. I've seen what I've seen and was scared to death. I jumped in my Passat. Was, you know, fumbling my keys to this person, telling them to just drive. Like, what's weird is I felt like this thing that I just encountered was keeping up with us for some reason. I couldn't see it. Or, you know, but I felt like it was there. Like, I couldn't get away from it. And I remember screaming with my hands over my head like the world was caving in on me in the floorboard of my car to just go away. What's weird is it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. I remember, like, the fond memory of it coming back to me is I remember my car malfunctioning on the road and dying. I thought we restarted it, you know what I mean? And we were driving at this point when I come kind of to, and it was daylight. You know, I don't know. It's always affected me. It's really weird. What's crazy is after the encounter, I had gotten burns or something like that on my arm. And I just, it's weird because two people shared the same experience. Y'all tell me what you think.